we are studying Viveka Chudamani, and in our last class we studied verse number 140. 149. 139. Yeah. 139. And 139, actually, we know the question was in verse number 49 that from where the bondage comes. There are bondages. And what are the bondages? The bondages, because of bondages, what happened? Because of bondages, what is the concept of bondage? What is the concept of bondage?
Attachment.
Attachment. And what is the impact in our life?
Born again. Suffering.
We born again and again. So we have to go through the birth and death. This is the suffering. So that is the problem. And we have understood and we studied that because of tamas and rajas, these are the qualities, the bondage comes. So, and in verse number 39 and 40, actually Viveka Chudamani says the function of rajas and tamas. Those are the qualities. Now see the picture. The picture, this is the creation. This is the picture of the creation. I showed you the picture earlier also. But now again, I am showing you the picture. And it shows that the first is the Brahman, and then Brahman and Maya, Sattvika Maya. This is a pure Sattvika Maya. This gives birth to Ishvara. Here, the Ishvara stage is not given. There are few stages in between. Those are Mahat and Ahankara. So Ishvara, Mahat and Ahankara. These are the three stages in between. So Brahman plus Maya becomes Ishvara. The Sattvik Maya becomes Ishvara. It is not showing here. Ishvara. So from Ishvara comes the intelligence, Mahata. And from Mahata comes the Ahankara, I-ness, individuality. And from here actually breaks the whole thing. These are the five elements. From Ahankara becomes the five elements. But these five elements are subtle, Shukshma. And then Tamasika and Rajasika and Sattvika aspects are coming. So, in our last class, a question was raised that whether in our Karana Sharira, in our causal body, if there is any Rajasika, Sattvika or Tamasika aspect is there or not. That was the question. Now, from here, we can find what is the Karana Sharira. See, this you can very clearly, you can understand that from Sattvika aspect comes the mind, manas and buddhi. It is a gross level. And then five Jnanendriyas means the indriyas of knowledge. Then from Rajasika aspect are coming five Karmendriyas, means hand, Pada, Pani, Payu, Upastha. So all these are the Karmendriyas. And five Pranas, Pana, Upana, Dhyana, Udana, Samana. These are the five pranas. And then here is the Panchikarana. And after the Panchikarana, coming the 5 gross elements. This is the body. This is combination the bodies. The whole things, you see, the bottom, all these are the bodies. In gross body, we need all these aspects. The Gyanendriyas, the Buddhi, Manasa, all these things. And we can find here that from which aspect, what gunas are the contributors. Here the Sattvika guna is contributor, here Tamasika guna is contributor, and here Rajasika guna is contributor. So these are the contributor. So this becomes the Shukshma Bhutas. This is the Shukshma Bhuta. And from Shukshma Bhuta comes the Karana Sharira. See, the Sattvika aspect and Tamasika aspect ends here. You can see it very clearly. Although the aspect of Maya is there, but the Sattvika 3 gunas are coming from this stage, from Shukshma Sharira, this stage. So above this is the Karana Sharira. So this is the 5 Shukshma Bhutas. So this is the Shukshma Sharira. So in Shukshma Sharira, these 3 aspects are there. But above that, in Mahata, in all this, although the Brahman plus Sattvik Maya, Ishvara is actually formed. Because next step is the Ishvara. The Brahman and Maya. Maya means the Sattvika guna. So in Karana Sharira, that means if Sattvika guna is there, then in here, and Maya means, according to Vedanta, Maya means Sattva Rajas. These are the Mayas. So that means in Karana Sharira, still the influence of Rajas, Tamas and Sattvika is there. You can understand it from this diagram.
So from this diagram, Maharaj, the Tamasika aspect is actually flowing down to the gross body, right?
Yes.
While rest
Yes.
3 are actually
Yes, after Panchikarana.
right.
Yes, after Panchikarana.
So that means a balance, equilibrium of tamasic is also needed.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Equilibrium means the equilibrium of all these
All
3
these
gunas.
3 gunas.
And only when it will become equilibrium, their function will be invalid. They cannot function.
They cannot.
Only when they are predominant, any kind of creation starts. Whether that is creation of material world or the creation of thought or whatever creation. Creation starts when one thing is predominant.
So tamas is, that's the inertia aspect, tamasic.
What aspect?
It plays the role of inertia.
Yes, yes, you are right. There are different aspects. There are different aspects, but one of the aspects definitely is the inertia. So in verse number 139,
lectures about meditation.
it is said that just like the Rahu covers the sun, exactly in the same way
Once I tried to
it
record
covers
meditation on Wednesday. He didn't
the
like it,
knowledge.
so I
So
stopped.
tamas
I won't
covers the
meditation.
knowledge. It is avarana shakti. So from here you can find the tamas, how tamas can cover the avarana shakti. So tamas is actually covering the real nature. So one thing is very important. I don't know how many of you have heard my lecture this morning. I spoke on Shankaracharya this morning. So one of the very important teachings of Shankara we misunderstood most of the time. And especially in the Prakarana Grantha, you cannot find this kind of lesson.
Meditation. He said, you can
Always
watch
we
just
heard
that meditation.
from Advaita that Brahma Shatya, Jagat Nitya. But you cannot find anywhere in the introductory commentary of Brahma Sutra of Shankaracharya or in any other commentaries of Upanishad, you cannot find that Shankaracharya emphasized Brahma Satya Jagat Nitya. Rather, Shankaracharya emphasized Brahma Satya Jiva Mithya. Always Shankaracharya emphasized Jiva is Mithya. He did not try to establish Jagat Mithya. If Brahma is considered as Mithya, automatically Jagat will become Mithya. So Brahman is real. Jiva Brahmaiva Napara. That is the important part. Jiva is nothing but Brahman. But Jiva is illusory. That is the main intention of Shankaracharya to establish. But nowhere, unfortunately, nowhere you can find this particular aspect has been emphasized. Only Swami Vivekananda, he propagated and emphasized this aspect. He said very vehemently that from our childhood, like Madhalasha, we must listen from our parents or teachers or elders that you are that. We all know the story of Madhalasa. So Swamiji again and again he emphasized the story of Madhalasa, and he said that like Madhalasa, one should learn from their childhood and develop this kind of notion that you are that. You are neither body, nor mind, nor anything. You are that. You are spirit. That is the main teachings that Swami Vivekananda emphasized. So here also you can find, actually in all the main books, Shankaracharya tried to emphasize and establish that Jiva is illusory, not the Jagat is illusory. If we learn the example that the rope and the snake, so it imprints in our mind that the illusoriness is in the outside. But illusoriness is not in the outside. Illusoriness is in within. Superimposition is going on within, not outside. So the example of snake and rope, it gives us some kind of impression that illusoriness and superimposition is happening outside, but it is not. Actually, superimposition and the illusoriness comes within. So we have to eliminate this illusoriness and we have to get the knowledge. That is the most important part. Nothing is going outside world. Everything, the superimposition and all the illusions are coming within our mind. So mind, Atman, ego, these are the players which are actually drive us to the realm of illusion. So they are the main players. Ego, mind, and Paramatma is the different. So these are Buddhi, definitely the Buddhi. So these are the main players. So we have to manage, we have to control, and we have to understand this. And we have to know that what is our real nature. That is the purpose of this. And another important point, generally we have a notion that if you want to realize Brahman, it is the transcendental plane. You cannot realize Brahman in this world, in the Vyavaharika world. But it is not true. Shankaracharya actually proved the existence of Brahman in all the three stages. You know, Shankaracharya says there are three stages: the Vyavaharika, Pratibhashika, and Paramarthika. These are the three stages. So, Vyavaharika stage, Shankaracharya proved it. So, it is not necessary to attain the transcendental state to realize Brahman. One can understand and realize